everybody. It's Candy Coated Conversations here over at the Z Banger channel, part of the Z Banger fam here with a quick little video. You guys, I was showing this video and I just found it to be hilarious because it just goes to show, look, mamas are going to be mamas, and sometimes when you're older you have to look. I put she had to curve her mama, but you kind of got to redirect them because Tokyo Tony was definitely trying to be messy and pull her daughter into the shenanigans, and Black China, knowing who her mama is, just like mamas always try to tell you, I know you better than you know yourself. uh it goes the same way with kids too. Us kids, we know the same thing about our parents too. And she definitely had to be on her toes when her mama got started trying to pull her into some mess. So I'm going to play the video real quick, just so everybody's up to speed on what actually happened, and just pay attention so we can talk about it, after I get done playing it. Definitely was a messy situation, or could have led to one. And I'm glad that she's so hip on her mom, she knew how to navigate it.
Kevin Gates, he got two wives, and he got some big butts. But do you remember Philip nephew, Anthony and David, the two little boys? You don't remember them? One of them, we just knew. Philip used to tear his up because he was walking around, falling down a little bit, and get up, get the
right? Let me see how this. Hold on, wait. So I just dropped Angela White Couture, y'all. Did y'all see it?
Girl.
Make sure y'all follow.
Yeah, they seen it. It's on my page.
I ain't seen nothing, girl. Don't be hating on me.
Oh my God. Let
me put it right here.
Follow her, Angela White Couture. Okay. Now, what I was saying is, we always like, because I was like, oh, pick him up, wipe him off. He be like, that's gonna grow up and be a little, I'm like, no, don't do that. But when he grew up, no, not at all. But his little brother did. The one that we thought was super tough. That did no crying. And every boy be like this. We be like, oh, I'm watching him. He can't stand over here. He ended up being, and his name is Denzel. His mother named him Denzel when he was born. He be like, I'm sorry. I be like, hey, Denzel. So what I'm saying is, people gonna be who they want, and you got freaky people. We was talking about freaky shit. Like Kevin Gates, he got two wives, and he got some big butts.
Mom, I don't know what you talking about. Here,
I'm telling you, you gotta listen.
I'm about to call you.
Don't be a chicken. She being a chicken. See, they be chicken. Everybody's a chicken. Y'all chickens. They so scared of everybody, man. I ain't scared of none of these out here. Kevin Gates, he got two wives.
Now, so she's trying, they're evidently talking about some little story, something going on, right? About two guys, two brothers. So they discussing that. I don't know what that was all about. But then she tried to bring up Kevin Gates. She tried to bring him up the first time, right? About his wives. He got wives. So Angela raised up on the couch and was like, oh, she tried to redirect her. I have Angela White Couture that just dropped. Everybody check out Angela White Couture. Mom was like, you can see it in her face. She was like, they know about that. And Blac Chyna was like, don't try to steal my shine or whatever. Well, go see Angela White Couture. She tried to hurry her up with the situation. Then she tried to get back to the story. Like, it's just funny to me because at the end you see her mom try to accuse her of being scary. It's like, it's not being scary. It's the fact that you are free to run your mouth because you have nothing to lose. You don't have anything. You don't have any reputation to spare or to be seen in a good light amongst your peers, because you're just her mom who tries to get things going herself, and basically is always in the midst of some drama. Yeah, they on the phone talking right now, but 2 days later, Tokyo Tony will be dragging her for filth. calling her everything but a child of God. So it's like I feel like Black China handles her with a long handled spoon. She talks to her, of course, trying to maintain a relationship with her because that is her mom, but she knows what her mom is about. She knows that her mom would love to drag her into some type of drama to profit off of it, to benefit on it, to put on her mom's social media so that, it can make the rounds and she can get a little bit of clout off of the fact that, ooh, me and Black China's on here talking about Kevin White and his multiple wives and his big butt. What is that about? Even when she mentioned his big butt, it's like, what type of conversation were you trying to elicit out of Black China by making those comments? So you were really trying to throw things out there that you thought were gonna just um reel her in to get messy and talk about Kevin Gates real good and messy. And when it didn't work, you were pissed off. And basically, you tried to call her a coward for not having that type of conversation with you. She's not a coward. She just has everything to lose, and you have nothing to lose. And not to mention, we hear Black China trying to get into these ventures with her Angela White couture and things like that. But there's been a lot of things in the news. We have to realize she's seems to be going through some type of custody battle or child support issue that she's trying to get resolved in the courts with Tyga. So she doesn't have this type of time, to spend being messy and non-productive in things that are going to make her, be seen in a negative light. You, Tokyo Tony, are always seen in a negative light. You're rarely seen as anything positive. I do believe, this is a woman that loves her daughter, but she is just this is like another Carlissa. You feel like you should have the spotlight. I've seen so many videos and things where Tokyo's, talking about how she has a good body and she can twerk and this and that. And, we were on a show just the other day where we talked about how these women and these mothers these days are basically competing with their daughters because they feel like they should have the spotlight just as much as their children. It's like your children did things, and have been in positions, fortunately, that have gained them some success and money, things like that. And then the mothers who feel like time is passing them by, so they need to do any and everything to try to get this same spotlight. We see this happening all the time with Carlissa and her children, and Tokyo Tony is another mother that conducts herself this way as well. As a matter of fact, we actually saw a video where Carlissa was saying that at one time her and Tokyo Tony had befriended each other and were commiserating and things like that about their kids, the woes of their kids, what their kids are and aren't doing for them and things of that nature. And they bonded over that. Carlissa actually stated that once Tokyo mended her relationship with Black China, aka Angela White, I forgot to mention, that Black China is going by her full government name these days. She's rebranding herself. She's taking out the implants, cheek fillers and all that type of stuff. So she's kind of, redoing her image. But back to what I was saying, Carlissa stated that she felt like once Tokyo Tony mended her relationship with Black China, she kind of felt like Black China kind of threw her to the side and didn't want to, really be as cool as she was coming off with her, because she felt like, oh, you on your own now. I'm back with my daughter. So that is what Carlissa actually stated in regard to Tokyo Tony, and I guess the little burgeoning friendship. And I use that word very loosely because they're just kind of trauma bonding because they were both on the outs with their children, which it seems like Carlissa is still going back and forth with all her children except for Callie. I haven't heard of her getting into it with Callie, but she's definitely into it with her sons, and you know the relationship needs some repairing. But I just wanted to come to you guys with this video here. I thought it was funny. I thought that Black China handled herself well without truly offending her mother, which in the end, Tokyo is still going to be Tokyo. So I'm sure she still was offended for the simple fact that she tried to basically call her daughter a coward. And I don't care about offending none of these people. I don't care. Well, they don't care about you either. They don't even know you. But Black China, they may know. If you say Black China's name, you know, that's going to ring something within a celebrity that you're talking about. Your name, no. You're really literally just known as Black China's crazy mama, you know, and that's how you're seen. So nobody's dealing with you or anything like that. Once again, it's easy to call someone a coward when you don't have anything to lose and they do. She definitely didn't move as a coward. I thought she handled it very maturely by just ending the conversation and not being like, "Mom, let me call you," which when she called her, I'm hoping that she reminded her mother, hey, I don't have time to get into silly beefs about nothing, telling people's business, especially since I'm sure she doesn't want people doing the same thing to her just to be messy for clicks, views, and likes. So I just wanted to share that little quick video with you guys. Thank you for tuning in to the Z Banger Show. I also want to remind everyone that we have memberships. Become a member. As a matter of fact, last night we had our very first members only meet and greet. It was a good time getting to know everybody on a more personal level. Everyone comes in the chats and talks. We have a good time. But when you have a smaller crowd, everyone gets to be seen and heard. And it was wonderful. Learning about our members in a more intimate setting where people that never that you see in the chat all the time but they never come up on the panel actually came up on the panel, introduced themselves, we learned more about them, and it was a really really good time. So I just want to remind everybody to go to the Zbanger channel, click on memberships and grab your membership. It also entitles you to come backstage if you get membership rock 2. So, and those slots are filling up very fast, you guys. Very fast. Literally, there's only a couple left. But don't worry about that. Get it if you want to, because on the back end, we're going to work on a way, even if we have to move to another platform, to hold all our members for coming backstage. And you guys, we have had some hilarious moments happen backstage. So you definitely want to make sure you get your membership. Okay. Also want to remind everybody, even if you get Rock One, that entitles you to become a moderator in the chat. We'll be having meetings soon because with those hammers comes certain privileges and things like that. So just want to remind everyone of some things, which we'll do that at a later time. Banger will talk to everybody about that. But just as a reminder, grab your membership because we definitely have member only videos. They're getting first looks at everything. Some people are sending us information and we're like, hey, we already talked about it and sent it out to our members about 2-3 hours ago. So membership does have its privilege. So you guys check that out, and we'll see you on the next live show. And definitely check out our pre recorded shows as well. You guys have a great day. Thanks for tuning in to the Z Banger Show. Bye.